Alrighty, so today I wanted to use Green Shin as per a request from a viewer, and unfortunately Marilli has already beaten me to this one, but it is what it is. I still want to try it out nonetheless. But room update, as you can see from the webcam here, I've moved some things around. Now you'll be able to see the dog is sleeping in the bed whenever I do videos, which is, I guess, a win. That's a win. That's for sure. Anyways, Green Shin, very interesting character, very old character. We already tried the Blue Shin earlier. I think it was either this week or last week. I can't remember at this point, but he's quite interesting. We are on Gon's account because obviously he has a lot higher CC to mess around with some of these lesser usable characters. So if you don't know, we basically just need to get 3 skills off with Shin. That way we can rank up our whole team's hand. So pretty interesting character. Not really been usable for the better part of like 2 or more years. I know there for a little while a lot of people were using Green Shin for like the farm teams and stuff like that, which was kind of cool, but overall I don't know how actually useful he's going to end up being. So the only downside I can really see here is that if we pull extra Shin card turn 1, we'll have to merge it instead of using it. Also, I guess if we don't end up drawing an extra Shin card, it could also be kind of a problem as well. But, you know, now we're going to easily have a level 3 here, which is pretty cool. Because we went first, we'll be able to get our taunt and everything and kind of just go in on him. So we'll be able to use this, rank all of our cards up. We'll get a level 2 AoE into a level 3 single target, which should be pretty insane overall, I would imagine. So he does get all creation here, which actually isn't that bad because he doesn't have his defense-related stats on now. Out of curiosity, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter if I get good use out of the weak point skill. I was going to say I could use the Flood card first, put the Infect on, get more use out of the weak point skill on melee, but I think because I have Green Sario link on him, it doesn't actually matter because it puts it on before the attack goes off. So 207, I was maybe expecting a little bit more from that, I gotta be honest, but still not too bad. We can even I think he ends up stunning Arthur here from the Merlin passive, which is a bit unfortunate. I don't have 4 stacks of the passive here either, so I'm not going to cleanse off. I don't actually know if it's oldest or newest debuffs that he cleanses with Arthur, but I guess it didn't really matter. I was going to go for the level 3 bond combo there instead, which could have been kind of cool. Or, well, the Mark of Concentration wouldn't have been level 3. Well, was it? Did I already have a level 3? I literally don't even remember 2 seconds ago. Sorry. Either way, if you're new to the channel or anything, feel free to subscribe. If you have any interesting characters you want me to try out with any of the characters, Gon is very gracious and lets me use his account, whenever I kind of want to mess around with it if he's not busy. So yeah, I don't know if there's any like older characters that you're like, I really don't have the CC to try them out. Typically, I can get away with it on this account, which is pretty nice to see. LR Zeldris and Gelda came out today, as of the day I'm recording this. Ooh, I got the level. Yeah, I gotta go for the merge for the Arthur passive, unfortunately, because if I just go for all 3 cards, like, yeah, I'll rank up, but I would have to rely on a lucky merge, and with all of my cards being level 2 at that point, the merge is even less likely, so that's a bit unfortunate. But I was going to say, LR Zeldris and Gelda came out today. I watched a couple of showcases this morning, and Zeldris looks pretty good overall. He doesn't seem like OP broken crazy from what I've seen. I mean, obviously there's still going to be a lot of different teams and testing and stuff, because as of, for me today, it's only day 1 of him being out, so I'm sure people are going to still experiment with him and come out with some different teams and stuff for him. But he doesn't seem like OP broken, but he seems really fun, which is great. I don't know how relevant he's going to be, but the teams that you can use with him have really high CC. This is not good. I do have Roxy in the back, so maybe it's not the worst thing in the world here, actually. Let's go for it anyway. I guess technically I could use the cards in reverse order, so I don't kill Frowdrin, but I don't guess it's really going to matter. Actually, is this better for me? No, he still ended up cleansing debuffs off. I was going to say, because Frowdren cleanses the debuffs. Maybe Melly won't get stacks, but I think he did end up getting stacks anyway, so that's a bit unfortunate. We don't really have perfect merges here or anything, which is unfortunate, so we're still going to end up being like using level 2 cards, but I guess that's still not that bad considering... Oh, this is not good. The Albedo in the back actually mega cringe. I still have ult control. His Demon King is going to be able to get stats off, though, unfortunately. So, that is a bit unfortunate. Oh my god. Okay, never mind. I don't know why I wasn't expecting Arthur to do that much damage. But I guess he did, so I guess it doesn't matter. Wow, okay. Anyways, Zeldris doesn't look OP. He looks fun, which is great. I'm looking forward to messing around with him. Gelda, on the other hand, seems a little bit more hit or miss, which I'm not 100% sure about just yet. Obviously, I still want to give her a try, and I think that she's a cool character, but I don't know. I've heard... The one notable thing that keeps sticking out to me is that her single target card animation lasts forever. Like, you think it's gonna end and it just starts cycle to, I don't know, it's like the weird like tornado move and it just goes on forever. The animation is so long, which is weird to me, but I've seen her do really good damage. I've seen her do mediocre damage. I do think that if you're running the new Melee, like God Melee, with the new LR Zeldris and the new Gelda, that team has a triple AoE setup with like just having the 3 different characters on the team, which is quite interesting. So you'll be able to get melee stacks really easily. So that could also be really, really good. I just don't know exactly what to think so far. I don't recall what Gelda's CC is off the top of my head, but I assume because she's a brand new character, it's probably really good. LR characters obviously have really high CC, and UR characters have really high CC. So that team goes pretty hard. If I'm not mistaken, I think I watched Nagato's showcase on Zeldris first, and the first match he went up against somebody with like, it was either like 270k CC or like 265 or something ridiculously high in ungeared PvP, which is just unheard of, like actually insane. Unfortunate we don't draw the extra Shin card here, and it would have been the perfect game too because we have extra cards here. Like we get the level 2 cards turn 1. That kind of sucks, but I guess it just kind of is what it is. I guess it doesn't really matter though, because Arthur should still go kind of crazy here. Another thing that's kind of funny to me is like everybody and their brother was like, oh my god, like Yuri is bugged on JP, so she's got to be bugged on global, and like wait till she comes out, or like the bug gets fixed and she's going to go crazy on global. But apparently on global, she was not broken the whole time. Like, I think the passive already worked because the JP patch notes came out and they were like, hey, we fixed this bug. And then the global patch notes came out and they were like, what bug? Like, they didn't say that they patched a bug, which was kind of funny to me. So I don't know. It was kind of weird. Like, the whole community was super confused on that, but I don't know. Let's hop back in. Alrighty, we have a demon team here. I do think that it's very weird, by the way, that LR Zeldris was the choice that they went with. Just because, which, I guess if you really think about it, like, I do see the demon team pretty often. Like, you know, it's definitely on the lower end of the teams that I see people using with Melee. But I see people use it pretty often. And so, like, I think that the Sins team is a little bit more relevant. Like, people use the Sins team more with Melee. But the fact that they were like, okay, next LR is another demon. And then we're going to come out with Gelda, who is also now a demon support character, even though she's unknown, which I think makes perfect sense. That I'm not upset that she's a demon support character, but it is just weird that they would go straight into the demon investment like right after humans are finally like getting some decent support, which there's still room for the human team to mess around. Like, of course, the Zeldris' commandment does kind of cuck Arthur a little bit, which is unfortunate, but there's still room for a really good backliner, I think. Like, even though we do have Roxy, Christmas Roxy, who's a pretty good backliner, I think that there's still room for like another good backliner to come out. The third slot on the team is pretty up in the air. Like you can run LR Escanor. A lot of people are running Yuri, of course. You've got some decent options. So I don't know. Maybe they'll come out with another third slot unit for the team. I don't think it'll be that hard at this point for the team to kind of bounce back and forth in and out of the meta sort of thing, because they, for whatever reason, they just really love keeping the demon team relevant. Like the Sins team has been kind of like an up and coming team over the past probably year, I would say. Like they have been pretty consistently in the meta, but the demon team, man, like the demon team has been relevant for probably 2 years or more at this point. Like I don't know, it's just so easy for them to be like, okay, new demon support coming out, demon team is back, and then they'll bounce around to like, we'll give the unknown team a character, we'll give the human team a character. Like I don't know, it's just so bizarre that they really like the demon team being in the meta, and typically whenever it hits the meta, it is on top of the meta, which, like I said, I don't know 100% sure right now if people are really going to be going that crazy with the Zeldris just yet. Because I do notice quite a bit of a meta difference when it comes to like watching people play on JP versus watching people play on Global. And like one thing to note, of course, is that there are definitely more bots when I watch JP content, but that's not really all that bizarre considering that well, I guess I have Roxy, so it doesn't really matter. But it's, there's more bots over there because there's a lot less players, which is completely understandable. Not that I really don't care either way. But the teams that I see the JP players using are a lot different as well. Like I see, when I was watching showcases this morning, I seen a lot more demon teams. And they weren't even like LR Zeldris demon teams either. Like they were just demon teams with, DK and blah, 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 like the older sort of like regular Demon King that we would have right now on Global. Which is interesting because I really feel like I don't see the demon team nearly as much as like I was seeing in showcases over there. Obviously, that could be a little bit of just like coincidence, whenever you record. Like whenever I record, sometimes I get the same team 40,000 times in a row. Sometimes I get like all kinds of variety in teams. Sometimes I'll fight people with off-meta teams, which rarely happens, but sometimes it happens. But it could just be like luck of the draw that they're ending up going up against like demon teams or whatever. But I don't see Arthur at all whenever I'm watching JP content, basically. Which is a bit odd considering he's like brand new, but maybe the JP players just don't care for Arthur that much. Whereas on Global, I feel like I fight Arthur teams like probably 1 in 3 or maybe like, pretty often. Like, we've already faced it a couple of times in this video, but it's just crazy to see how much like the meta differs, even though it's the exact same game and we're only like 5 days behind the update schedule and stuff like that on the Global version. So it is kind of weird, but it makes sense to some degree. We didn't pull an extra Shin card this time. We've been getting really lucky with it though, which is nice. But I guess it is what it is. Okay, he seals my AoE, which is a bit unfortunate. I wonder, we have the level 2. I think we might as well just go for the Arthur here. I could have maybe went for the ultimate on Bon and just let my Arthur tank, but we'll see how well this does. Pretty good damage there. Can Arthur kill? He is debuffed and everything, which is good. I think he kills. Aw, man. So close. No kill. We do have max stacks on Arthur, which is good. I'll be able to rank up here, but Bond's disabled, which is unfortunate. I think we're still in a decent spot. Unfortunately, we didn't get to infect, which means that depending on his lifesteal, he may end up getting a good amount of HP back. So, little baby damage from the Escanor there. It's weird to say that like Escanor not doing like crazy damage. That's really good damage on Shin. I didn't figure it would be very hard for him to kill Shin. Okay, a lot better card, or a lot better with the blast card, of course. So let's rank up. Let's use the infect. I'm not 100% sure if the infect or the infect card, the the flood card we could bite. I don't know if that's going to kill Arthur or not, but we'll use the level 3 here with Bond just in case, because it's not only going to give us our ultimate, but we already have Mark of Concentration on, so even though he's disabled, actually not killing there is crazy to me. Like, alright, that is a bit unfortunate. Luckily, yeah, I think he has 2 Arthur cards too, of course, which is terrible. Yeah, unfortunate. That's a good game for him, though. He played it well. It is what it is. Hey, you know, it happens. I think this was... Okay, Bond literally just got vaporized. He literally just stood there and took it, and then just faded away. Okay, I don't know what happened there. I think, if I'm not mistaken, we didn't get the Shin card turn 2, which was a bit unfortunate. Maybe that. I mean, I think that might be. I don't want to say it's a win condition, because Arthur can still deal really good damage and everything, but I think we're going to be much better off, and not maybe guaranteed to win, but in a much better spot if we do get the Shin card, because then we'll be able to rank up, do really, really big damage with the Arthur cards, you know, whereas, you know, the level 1s and stuff, they can still do really good damage, but they're not going to be, like, guaranteed to kill by any stretch of the imagination. So, 241, pretty good CC there. Extra Bond card, which I'm okay with. That's fine. We'll just... I think we're getting up there. We can go maybe 1 or 2 more. Alrighty, what do we got? Okay, this guy's gonna have good CC, I think. Okay, maybe we're just fighting his bot? It's a Valhalla player, which is interesting. It seems like really low latency, even though it loaded a little bit at the very beginning for me, but I guess they're just trying to throw me off. Oh well. Extra Shin card? No extra Shin card. Unfortunate. That's okay, though. We do pull extra Arthur cards, which is still good. I think we're still okay. Wasting the Arthur card there at the beginning. Okay. Kill Shin straight up. I mean, I don't lose any cards for that or anything. But I don't think that's like the worst thing in the world. I kind of want to go for Escanor here. Even though, like, getting rid of Arthur is really super beneficial. Actually, if I can kill him here, and then it goes over to Bond. It goes over to Arthur. Unfortunate. Still good damage, though. I was going to say if we could kill the... the Bond off there, it would actually be really nice. I do... Okay, I get the merge, again, which is great. Because now I'm going to be able to cleanse off that... disable, which is good. Unfortunate. He shut my Shin down, which is... I think that's pretty typical. That's kind of what I'm expecting to happen, to be honest, because Shin is very weak. He's a very old character. He does have a Holy Relic, which does help contribute to like his CC a bit, but in all reality, odds of actually being able to do much with him are pretty low, so... Even, well, did we cleanse off the disable there? I'm assuming we did, considering how much damage we did there, but he still does really good damage regardless, even when he's disabled sometimes, which is really nice, to be honest. Because, I mean, you're going to have to double attack into an Arthur if you're fighting him, or depending on the Tarmio Link that they have on their melee team, potentially, you could end up double attacking into that and disabling yourself, but I guess it just depends on how much damage you deal and if you're going to kill the Tarmio Linked character. Alrighty. Demon Team, I think, to finish things off. We'll see if we can get the Shin combo here. Okay. Because we insta-merged, actually, we can just go straight into triple AoE, or triple card with Shin, and rank up, because we're still going to gain ultimate move gauge. And we still end up getting the passive off. So now we immediately have a level 3 card from Arthur in hand. This is like the ideal scenario. I literally insta-merged Arthur, pull an extra Shin card, so now I don't have to merge turn 1. I get to use all 3 cards. Okay, great hand for the last game here, actually. Liking that. I think the only thing that could have been better is if I could have had 2 level 3s, but the odds of that happening are pretty slim, so... in this scenario, I think we're pretty much chilling. So let's go for this. That'll probably kill off Esterosa since we've got a decent amount of damage, which is kind of impressive that Shin did that much damage to him. And then we can try to kill Melly off, and then if Demon King isn't dead by then, I think the level 1 AoE will kill him. So how much is this going to do? He has 3 orbs, so 30% defense related. Bam! 215. 215 is not bad. If I would have hit Demon King, it would have hit damage cap, so the number would have been crappy anyway. So basically the best I'm going to get. The fact that, you know, Melee in general just has like defense related stats and stuff is it's something you kind of just have to deal with. So it's going to be unfortunate having to beat through this this revive. Wait, she doesn't have the revive? Why no revive? Should she have the revive, or is it at the end of my turn that she gets it? I can't remember. It's like a weird time when she gets it. It's like, I think it's supposed to be at the end of her turn, right? Or is it just the fact that she hit the field this turn? I don't know. Shouldn't she have a revive on? Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe I don't know her passive well enough, but either way, Green Shin, actually kind of cool. I'm not, like, in love with it, of course, but being able to get higher ranked cards and stuff is always really fun, because you get to see, like, bigger numbers, like, more damage, blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, I don't know. His CC's pretty bad, so odds of you actually being able to use the setup, pretty slim, but still kind of interesting and kind of fun to mess around with nonetheless. So, interested to see how Zeldris goes. I think this is going up on Saturday, so I probably will end up putting like a prep guide out for the new update tomorrow, because I'm going to have to farm out a ton of XP pots and stuff like that. And I assume you guys might have to as well, considering that LRs take so many resources, but either way, thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.